Hello, and welcome to another episode of Thriving Your Mission. Tavia and I are so excited to be here with you once again. We are going to dive into a topic that is really important, especially for mission led entrepreneurs that are heart centered. And they tend to be, the nice people, the kind people, the ones that don't want to be rejected, the ones that, just want, they just want to feel good, which is important to feel good. But let's face it, business is about, getting business done, not just busyness. Okay. So that this is the invitation is, are you being busy in your business or are you actually doing business? Right. So, you know, doing business is actually reaching out, having conversations, getting yourself on podcasts, making the power moves, as one of my old business coaches, Sheila, used to call it. What are the power moves that you're making, right? That will move the needle in your business. So those are the ones that, that's the busyness that really counts in your business. Whereas the other busyness is, getting the website right. And, what is my, social media look like? And, like just getting caught in the weeds of your business, right? So we invite you to, get out of the weeds and take the bold action, because your mission is bigger than you, and you need
Mm.
to let people know what it is that you do and how you can help them, and even if it's just having conversations with people, coffee chats, saying, hey, this is what I do, do you know anyone in your circle that might need my services, right? It's having the courage to believe in yourself, to be bold enough to make those statements so that people know what it is that you do. And yeah. So, Tavia, what do you want to say about this?
Yeah, I speak to a lot of entrepreneurs who are, heart centered. They're doing it for the right reason. They really want to help people, right? They really want to serve. And sometimes they focus so much on the serving that they're not focusing on the business side of their business, right? And so they
Yeah.
tend to get into the like being busy, occupying their time, filling their schedules with serving, showing up, helping others, and then they put themselves on the bottom of the to-do list, meaning the things that are actually going to generate the revenue they put last. And then guess what? They end up not making money, and then what happens is they get themselves in a little bit of a hole and maybe have to give up their business or do something
Yeah.
else to bring in income. And we don't want to see this.
Yeah.
This breaks our heart. And I think that it's just common, right? When you think you're doing all these things, you're like, but my to-do list is like getting done, I'm doing these things, but those tasks that you're prioritized aren't revenue generating tasks. They are
Yes.
just
RGAs.
things,
Yeah.
right? Keeping
Yeah.
yourself busy saying, I'm doing all these things in my business, right? So we want to call that out here because we see
Mhm.
it and we know what it's like. I know I have done it. And once I got my schedule, really clear on what days I'm going to work on specific tasks, that really helped move the needle forward. And I was
Yeah.
able to prioritize things
Yeah.
very differently. And I had a hard time doing this before when my days were just like, I could do whatever, right? I could create my own uh, days from Monday to Sunday, because an
Yeah.
entrepreneur, you don't have to work a 9 to 5, right? You're not checking in with somebody else, you're checking in with yourself. And
Yeah.
so this is what I think a lot of heart centered, mission led entrepreneurs get into this trap, this
Yeah.
busyness trap. And they think they're doing all these things, right? But they're really not moving the needle forward in their business. And it's costing them and it's costing their mission from really moving forward so that you could
Yeah.
serve more people and make money. You deserve to make the money so
Yeah.
that you can fuel the business and serve more, right?
Yeah.
Money is needs to be abundant in your life in order to show up and serve and really be in your like true calling. We need to
Yeah.
have money circulating. This is like
Oh, yeah.
this is a whole other topic that we could talk about, but I know right. But we have to
Yeah.
focus on this specifically, this busyness thing, because I see it quite a bit. And I know Elvira and I, in our collective, we're going to call it out because we can see if the members are falling into that trap. And we know that, hey, you need to shift this because you're focused too much on these other tasks when you're not moving the needle forward in what's going to help you grow your business and make you money. And
Right.
that's the thing you need to do, which is sales. Sales and marketing are
Yeah.
number one. And then everything else is follows, right? So if you're not reaching out to people, you're not showing up online selling,
Yeah.
these, what are you avoiding? Why are you avoiding it is the bigger question, right? There could be
Yeah.
something there, like a block, that you're
Yeah.
avoiding the sales part,
Yeah.
right? Elvira, do you see that a lot? People
Yeah.
avoiding?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And yes, so many heart-centered people, mission-led, heart-centered people have a hard time with sales because most people on the planet are afraid of rejection. They don't want to be judged as pushy, as salesy, right? But if you can shift how you see sales, as sales is simply service. It's letting people know that this is what you do. Do you need it? I've got this. This is the cost, right? So to me, that is the most beautiful thing in the world when you can do it from a space of service. This is what I do. This is my mission. How can it help you? Right? As opposed to, I just want to sell something so that I can, like pay my bills, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
shift how you see sales, that sales is service and sales, especially in a mission, like it's bigger than you. You better do the inner work so that you can have the confidence to sell, to market. And when you join a community like the collective, right? I see it as a business, incubator, getting businesses up and running, and a business accelerator, businesses that are here, to take off more. Our tagline is a community to fuel your legacy chapter. And it addresses all these things, whatever it is that's keeping you at a certain level, we help you break through. Tavia, I love how you and I work together and we channel, strategy. We channel next steps. We channel together, to serve these amazing people. Like it just gives me chills thinking about it. Like we do it so easily, and that's
Yes.
why we're meant to meet and serve these amazing people. So yeah, so if you're struggling at all, with being busy but your business isn't growing, reach out to us. This might be the community that you need in order to really kickstart or elevate your mission.
Yes, exactly. It's one of those things that you may not realize you need as a solopreneur or an entrepreneur who's trying to do all the things on your own. Sometimes you just need guidance, support, redirection, And again, Elvira and we know what you need because we're able to channel from a higher place
Yeah,
the guidance that it gets downloaded for us, and we're able to share what exactly it is that you need to hear. And it's a special
yeah,
gift that we have together that we're able
yes,
to really help our collective members. And that's why there is an application process. We have everyone apply to be a part of the group because we want to make sure it's the right fit for you and
yeah,
for the other members as well, for us, so that we can really serve you best and make sure we are the ones that can help you, right? And
yeah,
so it is a specific process that we have, but it's a very, I would say, low cost investment for really
definitely.
helping you move the needle forward. And so if you're getting stuck in this, I'm busy, I'm doing so many things, like if you feel that way, but you feel like the needle is not really moving forward in the way or as fast or as quick as you'd like, there's something blocking, and we can most likely see it
Yeah,
when we meet you. We'll probably know what it is and help you move it quick so you could
yeah,
just be thriving, right? We want you to
yeah,
thrive. We don't want you to just survive. We want you
yeah,
to thrive in your mission. That's why, we called it Thrive in Your Mission,
yeah,
because, we don't want you to feel stuck any longer. And trust us, we have been there. I have been in business for 11 years. Elvira, I think it's 16. Yes.
Going on to 16. Yeah. Yeah.
Going on to
Yeah.
16. Okay,
Yeah.
so we know we've been doing this for quite some time. So
Yeah.
we've gone through all those growing pains already. So, we would love to hear from you and support you. If this feels like something that you need, if this speaks to you,
Yeah.
please reach out. And we look forward
Yeah.
to hearing from you.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Wonderful. Well, another fabulous conversation. I always feel so good when I get to interact with you, Tavia, be it on these, podcasts, be it on our collective calls, and yeah, and I just feel that you're amazing on your own, right? I'm amazing on my own, but 1 plus 1 with us is not two. 1 plus 1 is 11. We absolutely can take you to the highest level because we've been called to this sacred work, of I'm getting chills. This is sacred work, and we feel very privileged to do it. So yeah, so reach out, ask for an application to see if you would be a good fit, for us, and we would be a good fit for you. Let's learn and discern, I like to say, and yeah, reach out to either one of us. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you on another episode of Thriving Your Mission. Take
See
care.
you
Bye.
soon. Take care.